The United Nations says 6 people have died in Vanuatu after a magnitude 7.3 earthquake, with fears the death toll could be significantly higher as aftershocks continue to rattle locals. Australia is sending urgent assistance to the country, which has declared a state of emergency, with the main hospital in the capital overwhelmed.
Foreign Minister Penny Wong has expressed solidarity and urged any Australians there in need of assistance to reach out to the Consular Emergency Centre. I spoke to Australians Joanne and Timothy Kafer, who live in a remote village on the main island.
It was horrible. I was inside the house. We've lived here for 6 years and this was by far the biggest earthquake we've had. So I was watching my house jumping up and down. I stood there in shock. And then I thought to dive under the table, which is a strong table, and then I watched as my bookcase, which is chained to the top of the wall, danced away on the ground at the bottom and everything just fell to the ground. But my husband was outside at the time.
And so, Timothy, how was it? Tell us what it was like for you then.
Very bizarre. I'd just gone over to the compost heap, which is maybe 20 metres from the house. And walking back to the house, I could hear this noise, and I thought, that feels like an earthquake coming. Next thing, all the ground's doing the wibbly-wobbly wave. I had trouble standing up, and to walk towards the house was very, very difficult. All I could hear was the house banging and crashing, and watching it going up and down on the 40 stumps that it's sitting on. It's a structurally built house. Designed for earthquake, and luckily we had full earthquake bracing installed underneath in the foundation. So it went on for well over a minute or more.
I was in the office at the time, and in Vanuatu we do get a few earthquakes, and they're just very minimal. So I didn't even really worry about it. And then within kind of seconds, I then realised this was a pretty full-on earthquake, and the whole office was just shaking. And then I actually tried to video because I thought, oh my goodness, this is pretty full-on. But my phone went flying out of my hand. I went flying. Drawers and desks and everything just kind of fell on me. I don't know how long it lasted for. I haven't kind of looked that up yet, but it felt like a long time. But I think it was probably just under a minute. But yeah, very, very scary.
I can imagine. Damien, what was the experience like for you?
I was in the shopping centre when it started. Again, like Caroline, we get them quite often, but the severity was such that cars were jumping, shelves were falling down. I ran out along with all the other patrons in the supermarket, and even in the car park, it wasn't overly safe. Cars were moving. The ground was almost a wave-like motion. And then obviously no comms. So as soon as I got out, I didn't know how the resort, how my staff, how my wife was. So, yeah, it's a bit scary. And then driving past the devastation in town wasn't great either.